I want to talk for a moment about, and I think I've talked about this before. I want to talk about how Trump can be reelected, and I want to talk about, we'll just pretty much stay on that, how Trump can be reelected. I'm with David Pakman. This is why I like him so much, because we actually agree on this. I don't think that it's a 100% chance he will be reelected. Alright. First point, hey, he's got to somehow turn the corner. They could come up with some kind of magic cure or magic solution that we don't know about now, that's in the works, and or maybe someone overseas will come up with something and he'll grab it and be like, well, we came up with it first. That's first. He's got to have some way to, put out the appearance that, hey, this thing's under control, and the left is just trying to keep the economy in a downward slope, looking bad, to hurt me personally. Secondly, we keep talking about the second wave and the third wave, and people say second wave is 6 months from the outspring of the first. It's a possibility this thing may not hit, the second wave. It may not hit until after the election. Because that's pretty much to me what Trump is. When Trump, they asked him about a recession, I think, before, and he said, well, it'll happen after I'm president. So you know what that means. He doesn't care about the future. See what Trump is? Trump's a good time. He's here to take the girl out for a good time, have a bunch of fun. Trump not going to be there when the baby comes. And Trump doesn't care about the future of this country. He doesn't. That statement alone shows you that. He doesn't care about that. Okay. I forgot my gloves. I thought I had everything for my gloves. What else? Trump. Well, he could find some way to besmirch Fauci or besmirch Biden. They're doing that now. That'd be C. That's C, ain't it? Yeah, that's C. Is to make Biden look bad. And that should be maybe A, because that's actually happening right now. That's probably the most righteous, active thing I can see happen, is go out there, look into Biden, dig up some old dirt. I mean, he's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. I'm not defending him by any means. So yeah, they got to come up with some kind of a solution. And of course, Trump will call it a cure when it's not. He'll call it that because it does something. Yeah, they got to come up with some kind of a cure. They've got to maybe find some way to push this thing till after the election. They've got to make Biden look bad and besmirch his name and make him look ugly and dirty. What Trump is doing also is he's kind of like talking about China and stuff. That sounds stupid. I mean, he sounds stupid doing it. Try to, like ask China. That's stupid. I spoke about it last night that they had a thing on InfoWars where on one story they were talking about how there's new outsprings of infection in China. And the story before that said, why does the left want to keep the country closed? You yourself you right there gave a cautionary tale of why we should be cautious. That's what getting back to InfoWars. It's got to be different people writing these stories, because, you know what I mean? I know you got that redneck white supremacist stuff that they don't care about science, they hate science. But then the very one before that is like that old Alex Jones, old InfoWars stuff, which is like, yo, y'all should be concerned about this disease. Yo, y'all should be concerned about these endocrine disruptors. See, Alex Jones, I'm gonna go for a second. He really needs to go ahead and stop that, fire that person or whatever. He does. Because InfoWars was about endocrine disruptors and fluoride and chlorine and different chemicals in the water and in the food and plastics. And that's what, and that's what a big part of what I thought InfoWars was about. And now, turn this off, I'm sorry. I don't need that heat on my windows now. Now, InfoWars is like totally pro-corporate, pro-Trump, pro-right-wing conservative. He's 110. I haven't listened to his voice in a while. I haven't heard him say anything. I don't want to hear him talk. I look at the comments because it's just so wacky the way these rednecks think. Let me see here. Yeah, you know, he talks about that stuff, but yet Trump's not doing that. Trump's not moving towards cleaning the food or the water. Trump don't care about that stuff, you know. And that gets me. Like, this is your guy. This is your guy in office, and he's not doing any of what you're talking about. He's just, all he's doing is making jokes about women and making jokes about gay people, making jokes about overweight people, making jokes about poor countries, making jokes about yeah. I mean, that's all I see Trump doing. He's not slow down here. Yeah, he's not. You know, and I always talk about this, how with the white man, white people always have to have this sense of aggrievement that I'm a white man, I'm being suppressed, I'm being oppressed, my way of life is being attacked. And we look at these, you know, this shooting in Georgia, it really brought it home to me how the Caucasian is living in this world of insanity. Because here we had we had a case of a black man. What was that? We had a case of a black man get shot for jogging. You know, and we're not rioting. We're not out here with guns. Maybe we should be. We're not out here tearing stuff up. But white people are. I think it just proves that to me. It makes that statement clear that the Caucasian male always needs a sense of aggrievement. He always needs a sense that his society's under attack. He's not allowed to be a white man, which is all bullshit and all lies. It's just stuff to make that argument to you know what I mean? That's their whole discussion. That's their whole Casus, what do we call it, bulimia, whatever you call it. That's their whole reason to be, you know? Because if the Caucasian male is really in control of much of the economies, much of the industries, if he really is running the show and he's doing these acts of violence because he can't get a haircut, I think that would mean that you're talking about a menace. You got a menace. Right? That's what I think the Caucasian is. They're menaces. These are men. They have no thought about anybody else in society but themselves. You know, we're in a full-on culture war, and there's no way back. That's why I don't want an Obama, because I don't want that. You know, I don't want a Biden because Biden's not going to do anything. We're going to get 4 years of things maybe calm down, and we may get more violence under Biden. That remains to be seen, but I don't see Biden stepping out there and saying, all right, we're going to now put that police department under a federal monitor. Like, we're going to investigate them. I don't see Biden doing that. I know Trump not doing that, you know. I heard Trump said something about the shooting in Brunswick. I ain't even looked him up. I don't even care. I'm serious. Like, I don't even want to know. I ain't looked it up. I don't want to look it up. I don't care. I don't. And that's putting it nicely. You know, he doesn't care. These people, I wouldn't be surprised if these were Trump supporters. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a Trump flag hanging in like their front room. You know, when Trump talks about how he can control these people, he's making an opening for them to act like this. That it's legitimate to be a domestic terrorist. I don't buy that shit. Like, I don't. Like, that shit is not legit to me. And it never will be. You know? He's in essence got America hostage. And I used to see guys on InfoWars talk about it, how me and my soldiers and airmen and all this, when Trump tells us to protect the country, protect the country. I don't think so. Let me say this and I'm going to be done with it. I've always said this. This idea that first of all, I think it's funny that survivalists, white supremacists, always go to the guns. Like, they never talk about what could lead up to it. It's always, will the police take a gun? Will the military take our guns? Always that. First of all, look like this. If things get worse, my friend Denzel thinks because of reopening the country, the unemployment rates will stop dropping. My friend Denzel, he doesn't understand that people still aren't going to run out to the movie theaters. People still aren't going to run out to the clubs. Like, people still aren't going to. So you're going to still have jobs being cut, hours being cut, people having to quit. That's going to. Like, he doesn't. I think Denzel thinks that the economy is like a light switch. You just turn it off, turn it on. And for me, it's like, no, the economy is like a big bottle with a hole in it. You know? The water's gonna keep flowing, like, you gotta patch that shit. You know? Getting off subject. Can I get up? This guy's not gonna let me. Is he gonna let me get over? He's just gonna hang out right there beside me? Was that what he's gonna do? Terrence, I thought he was gonna let me get over. Anyway, getting off subject. Yeah, my friend, he doesn't understand that the economy is irrevocably damaged, and that's going to go on for years. That, you know, that's a part of free market capitalism, just running away with the show and having basically no rules, nothing sacred, you know, nothing that, well, this is public safety, we can't touch this. None of that. None of those protective measures that we're going to just keep. That I believe the CDC is about more than politics. I believe the CDC is about more than just Democrat, Republican. It's about public safety. Nope, none of that. None of that. So you've now got possibly depression in our future. Because he doesn't follow this stuff. Yeah, he doesn't follow this stuff. What was I talking about before that? I just believe Trump wants to hide the deaths. I think he wants to act as though this is normal. And I think in places like Georgia, that's okay. But I just think that in much of the country, that's going to hurt him. I mean, I'm really disappointed and embarrassed to be an American right now. I'm deeply embarrassed to be an American in these times. I think our country has abdicated leadership. And I think our country has given up on acting as though they are a leadership position of the world. I think that America has become the wrong power for far too long, and I think that the only good thing about it is that, you know, people aren't going to follow America into the next war. If Biden wants to start a war with Iran, well, you're going on alone, buddy. You know, and that's, I take that as a positive from this. That's the positive I take from this. Yeah. I'll leave it there.